Okay, guys, we are back and we are on Seattle Sanctuary. This is Wurm Unlimited, and we are in the Ironman Saga. So let's pick up where we left off. As you can see, I already picked up. Where'd it go? Rotten breakfast is useless, and you throw it away. Fillets are useless. So we lost a little bit. Um, I picked up the ash from the ground. Tried to put the fries in the food storage bin, wouldn't let me. Tried to put them in the bulk storage bin, wouldn't let me. I put all the rest of the food away because we couldn't drag the cart. It wasn't letting us. Yeah, lots of you can't do that already this episode. All right, so let's get started. We're full of food, full of water, full enough anyway. So let's just get going on getting the ground leveled out. Got a whole lot of work to do and not a lot of time. Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting I gotta add more dirt. We're in that area where it's more than 6 that it takes, but I don't have strength to carry more than 6, you know? That's the one we're working on right now. Should be one more. Yep. And we're going to pack this one as well. Okay, we'll drop him back over there. That's packed. That's now packed. We're going to move forward one. Okay. It didn't sound like our cart was with us, so I wanted to double check. All right, well, here we go for the next one. We've only got a few more to go till we're at the edge of the deed, so. And we're going to have to go grab more dirt. Pack this one. All right, let's spin around and grab some more. And we don't need to see all of that. That's just so much information in our way. Yeah, I didn't think we could. And I'm trying to open up a little more room. That should be good. Then we can actually see a little better, I guess. We gotta go all the way back this way. I guess realistically we could put the inventory over here. And we can collapse this a bit since we're not actually using most of it. That'll open up our view a little bit more. We do have to watch for the scorpions and so forth. I haven't seen any. Well, I've seen the one that we fought yesterday, um, but I didn't see any today when I logged in. So I think by using my GM to take care of um, the den, that took care of the problem. Sorry about that. I do have Mr. in here, and if you watched any of the previous videos, you know that I've mentioned that Mr. has a very shrill voice. So he can be a little sharp at times with his bark. So I do apologize. Man, I didn't realize that this was this far over. I mean, I knew it was a little ways over, but oh, out of stamina. Yeah, that's a little bit of a trek. All right. Well, let's go ahead and we're going to drop some dirt, and we're going to level this one because that should level this one. We just got to watch the dirt level. We're going to go through our dirt pretty quick this time. We'll give it a quick second for our stamina to come back. Oh, we are so far out that, there we go. Now we're going to level this one. You know, that might actually work out pretty well if we went kitty corner it like that. I'm always up for trying new methods. It might be a little faster that way. I'm game. So we'll get this one done. we're going to pack that. Okay, we'll move up. That might have been faster dumping that 3 dirt onto the cart and then pulling it back off when we got here. Good night. Okay, so we're gonna drop this 3 here. We're gonna go get more dirt, and we're gonna come back after we finish leveling this one. We're just gonna go diagonal and level these 2 at the same time, and then we're gonna come diagonal, and we're gonna hit this diagonal, and we're just gonna keep pushing forward in kind of a checkers pattern. If that, yeah. All right, let's go get some more. Man, I might have to move all this dirt over here. You don't get any skill for moving piles of dirt, but might be a little faster on the videos. But realistically, if you guys were playing this game, you'd end up doing the same thing as well. Moving piles, one after another, or going and filling in what you can, then coming back down here, grabbing some more, going back. This is the tedious part of it. Well, part of the tedious part. Okay, let's grab that. That's going to give us 55, so we need to leave 10, huh? All right, let's go. I told you the guys you're in for a couple of boring videos. I mentioned that yesterday, 2 days ago. Um, and then yesterday was supposed to be this part. We didn't get this far. You know what? Let's do this. /T IME. I want to make sure my T gets in there. I don't want to have the same issues that Old Bitty Gaming's having with her time thing. Okay, it is 04:17, which means it's 4 o'clock in the morning. All right, we were working on this one. Yes. Yeah, Biddy said that she's mentioned it a few times in her videos, that she goes to hit to type in time, and for whatever reason the T doesn't like to cooperate with her. And if you watched her video today, it was a brief video, but to be fair, she had apparently volume issues today. And she did a recording, but she couldn't hear anything, so she kind of wanted to do a recap. And she came on Seattle Sanctuary for a quick minute, and then went on Westlake and did some more work. But oops, that's already flat. We want to pack it. Sorry. she decided to come over here just for a minute to show you guys the what I did to her deed. Um, if you missed it, you'll have to go over and watch her video. But she didn't catch everything. There's still, well, she's probably found it by now. Um, but I had to tell her about some of it, um, which I'll let you guys know. Other than I keep forgetting to bring dirt over so I can continue. Um, I When I logged in and found all the scorpions over here, I checked on um, a couple of other deeds. Hers included. Well, one of them's not actually deeded at the moment. Um, but I checked on a couple of other areas, I should say, um, along with her deed to make sure that she didn't get inundated with um, hostiles as well. And of course, we need more dirt. And she's been mentioning that she's trying to level her area out, and she was jealous because I had so much dirt to work with, and she had none. Um, well, realistically, I didn't do anything to this particular area, um, whereas I actually created her area. Um, so she she got a relative. Well, basically, she got a an area that was already. See, I keep thinking those are piles of dirt, but they're not. Anyway, um, see, like this area here has slightly rolling hills and so forth to be able to work with, and well, I didn't do that with her. Originally, I created the area, made it all flat, and then we later found out that she couldn't even put her tent up because it was um, everything was leveled out at water level, and I didn't realize that you couldn't build um, at a zero dirt level. Um, you can't even drop a tent. You have to be, I believe, 6 tiles up. So I went ahead and made a segment, a larger segment of her area. Let's see. So we need to leave 4. So everything else can go. Sorry, I'm trying to do math at the same time. You know what? Let's open this one. Oh, hey, look at that. Okay, so if we come up and we grab this next one, there's our 45 already. Anyway, um, so yeah, I made part of her area at 10, and I left part of the area where it was so that she had something to do. And I was trying to be nice, but at the same time, I was trying to give her content for video without thinking that she would need the dirt in order to be able to do it. So, um, in within the last week, I built up a plateau of nothing but dirt using my GM alt, my using alpha. I just went in and there is a GM command where you can stand at a certain spot and you can put in the command and you tell it how many tiles north, east, south, and west. Um, and just from that command, with with that information, it literally flattens everything, you know, that you've specified. So, if we stood here, we're not going to, but well, we can't with this character anyway. But if I was to stand here and I said, since this is technically north, I know that because I know what the map looks like. That's west. No, I'm sorry. Um, ha, now I'm confused. Um, that's east. So that direction would be north, east, south, and west. There we go. So if I said, we wanted 0 tiles north, uh, 10 tiles east, which would be that way, 10 tiles south, and 4 tiles north, or I'm sorry, west, it would literally flatten all of this with exactly what it already has. So this would be dirt still, but that would be grass, and it would actually be flat, standing right where, or level with the dirt that I'm already on. So that's what I did. I made a plateau of nothing but dirt, so she had something to work with. And she didn't catch it at first, and she did another video saying that she needed dirt, and she was struggling trying to get dirt out of the mountainside. There we go. We're going to pack that one. We're going to pack this one. And then after her video, I left a comment for her to let her know that you stopped dragging the cart. Yeah, that's what I figured. Let's throw this back on there. We're going to drag the cart. We're going to go this way. And we're going to do this tile. Um, so anyway, when I was checking on her area, that plateau was already done, but she hadn't caught it. And I think I made mention of it in the video as well, my video. So I went ahead and dropped a few piles of dirt for her to work with, right in the same area that she was working with. I also uh, ended up dropping another item in that area, and I'm certain that she'll mention something in a future video. And then, of course, I took care of something else for her as a gesture of kindness. But like I said, you're going to have to watch her video in order to find out what that was. Biddy has a GM character on this server. So if she didn't like anything that I had done, oh, and by the way, she's already been told that she is now completely on her own. I'm not helping her anymore. So everything that she needs from now on, she either needs to create herself or she needs to do with her Biddy character. But she was very, very thrilled with the other thing that she had actually found in and pointed out in her video. So go check out her video from today. It's only about 20-ish minutes long. Go check it out after you finish this one, and let her know that I sent you. Leave her a comment about the gift or what have you. But she was very, very thrilled. So much so that she decided to dedicate the first part of her video today, which was actually supposed to be Westlake. Well, based on the way her schedule is set up, it should have actually been Seattle Sanctuary, but she did Seattle Sanctuary yesterday. Um, so that said, to be fair to her viewers that wanted to see more on the Westlake, she went over and did an episode on Westlake, but she dedicated the first part of that video to Seattle Sanctuary to show you guys um, what had happened. And she is thrilled, um, almost beyond words with it. So I know I did good. But yes, she is definitely on her own now. She can deal with her own tundra. Um, like I said, or not tundra. I'm sorry, marsh. She can deal with the marsh. But like I said in other videos, all you have to do is get some planks and lay down paving, wooden plank paving. Um, it needs to be unpacked dirt that you put um, the planks on. That will work for marshes because it's not packed. You just pave that particular segment and then you tear up the wood boards and it's now dirt underneath. Okay? But that's how you get rid of marshland, at least according to Wormpedia. I've not tried it yet, but we have marshland here, so we are going to try it at some point. Okay, let's pull these over. We're going to pack this one. We're going to come over here. And we're going to do this one. Oops. I guess we need dirt for that, huh? Trying to make this a little bit faster for you guys. And like I said, I'm all about learning new ways to get the same end result. So if you have any tips, tricks, or suggestions, leave a comment below. I am by far an expert, or by far not an expert in this game. I still learn new things every day, and I'm willing to take any suggestions, any tips, any tricks that you may have, and put them to use. Or at the very least, I will try them out in a video and see how they work for me. Because different people like to play different ways, and something that works for one person doesn't necessarily work comfortably for somebody else. Um, as an example, that one is flat. That one is not. As an example, Bitty Gaming likes to do the right click, or activate and then right click and craft that way. She prefers that method, whereas I prefer bringing up the crafting window. It gives me all the options, and I can create as many as I want. It's an easier interface for me, but it's not the only option. Um, I mean, realistically, I'd love to be able to have a flint and steel for this character, but I haven't created one yet. So we're using kindling and wood scraps to do the same thing. And I suppose, I mean, it could be argued that it's literally the same thing. Um, it's just a different item, particularly. You still need kindling for both. You're still going to use the same amount of kindling, but instead of using a flint and steel, or in this game it's called a steel and flint, um, you're using wood scraps. So, ooh, big whoop. You create a few shafts. You get your carpenter skill up a little bit. You've got a few shafts to work with, which you're going to need for carpentry anyway. And if you find out that they're too low quality to do use for anything, turn them into handles. That's going to get your carpentry skill up a little bit more. Need to leave. I have 6 behind. Oops, we got one too many. Yeah, we only left 5, so let's put one back. Okay, and we're going to move up here. We're going to open this one, and we're going to put that in there. There we go. Trying to condense the piles as we go so that we have less piles to worry about. But yeah, I mean, realistically, it's the same thing. Um, I'm sorry. Uh, if you find that the shafts that you've created aren't of a high enough quality to really do anything with what you're currently working on, you can turn them into handles. I believe you can turn them into pegs. Um, if you're trying to build a boat or whatever, sure, they'll still be low quality, but worst case scenario, you throw them in a forge, or you throw them in in an oven and use them for fuel. Not a big deal. I mean, it's still just wood. If you've got an old wood mallet that you were using to build your stuff, and you've already created one that's better quality, throw the old one in the fire. Who cares? Anything that's wooden can go in the fire, and it'll get burned up. It does work as fuel. Oh, no, we are on this one, working on that one. Okay, here we go. Let's drop that down, and we're going to level this. Should only take a couple more. Yeah, that action timer is moving quick, so. Okay, pack that one. And we're going to move the dirt back over. And now we're going to pull the dirt back. And we're going to level this one. I think that's the last one. I think we're at the edge of our deed now. And if we level an extra one, no big deal. I don't know if we're even going to be able to level this one. It might be close. That's the last of our dirt, so we'll see what happens here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yep, we're going to need more dirt. Okay, so before we do that, did it just drop? No, it did not. Okay, so we're going to detach ourselves from the cart, and we're going to see here. Um, get into a position where I can see. Okay, now we're going to go forward and we're going to watch our event window. If it says that we have left, then this tile is the last one that needs to be flat. If we get to this into this one and it doesn't say that yet, then we can move a little further. Let's see. Nope. So that one needs to be leveled. Okay. So this is the last tile that needs to be leveled right here. That's on our deed. So we have the one we're working on, because that's, oh, yes. So this is the one we're working on, which is leveling this one and this one. And we need one more in front of it. Drag this and head this direction. And then as you can see right here, the edge, that is the edge of the deed on this side. We don't worry about this stuff back here. That's just free land that we were working with. And I wasn't sure if I was going to deed there or not. And let's see. It should be this one here, I believe. Yeah. So if we stop here, that tile should not be on the property. So as soon as we move forward, it should say that we're off, or we've left. Yep. As soon as we get onto this tile, you leave Ironman area. So we know that we are no longer on deed. It's literally just the packed dirt. And we are going to end up unpacking or cultivating some of it to be able to still have farmland and so forth. Aged bull, young bull. That would be actually really good. But we don't have any fenced in area. So we'll let him wander for now. Oh, I think it was this one, wasn't it? Open. No, it was not. Open. But we're going to take these 32. So we need 13. You know what? I think at this point we should be able to take more. So let's try an additional 5. Make it 50. Nope. We still can't take 50. That's all right. So we'll just take 5 back out of here. Put them back in there. Why? All right. And I am kind of watching my time today, guys. I do apologize. We got about 20 minutes left in the video at most. We may or may not make it that far. I think we'll probably make it that far. So we'll get the 20 minutes in. I want to at least get this border done. So we know from here to here, this is how wide it is. We can keep working back this way, but we've definitely got to get the cart up here and get some water for sure. but it is Friday night, which means I have to go set up the church. And then tomorrow, there will not be any videos unless I get home at a fairly decent hour, and then I may do a late night video. I'm not sure. Typically, we're not. My wife and I show up at the church. As I've mentioned many times before, we are both. Well, actually, I don't recall if I actually mentioned that we were both deacons or not. My wife is a deaconess in our church. We were appointed by our senior pastor. Um, I have been asked to come up on stage with the praise and worship team to play bass. So I actually play bass, which is why Tuesday nights I go to band practice. It is not for a uh, garage style band or anything like that. This is literally for how how frustrating. Um, this is literally for the church. Okay, it's already flat. Um, Basically, if I'm not at work and I'm not uh, and I'm not um, dealing with the dogs or helping the wife out or cooking supper, that sort of thing, um, I'm either working on church stuff or I'm working on the server or I'm setting up and doing videos. Um, this channel is one of the aspects of my company. Um, so at some point, sure, I'd like to be able to make money at it. Not necessarily the channel, but the company itself in some aspect, so that I can stay at home, take care of my wife. She is currently bound to a wheelchair. She has a um degenerative disease that she was born with, and she wasn't supposed to live to be even a teenager. And she's now mid 40s. She's about to celebrate another birthday. So she has definitely beaten the odds. Um, Many of the things that the doctors said that she'd never be able to do, she's already done. She was told she'd never be able to walk, run, ride a bicycle, drive a car, and she's done all of that stuff. She was not supposed to live even to be a teenager, and she basically gave the doctors a big middle finger. Um, so she pushes on, um, but it's gotten to the point where we forgot to pack one, or it unpacked for some reason. It has gotten to the point where we know that within a few more years, she's probably going to need more along the lines of round the clock care. So I'm trying to prepare for that. Um, you know what? Let's go ahead and kill the cart for a minute, and we're going to run down and grab some water. So yeah, at some point I would like to be able to make money for the company, so that I can stay home with her. But that's not in the cards right now. I have a full-time job. We both dedicate our lives outside of work. My wife owns a business as well, and she works from home. It is not a Let's just say neither of our businesses are lucrative right now. So we're still pushing on, but we love life. We're happy with what we have. And that's what matters. So anyway, without um, going into too much detail, um, I have the deaconship that I deal with. I have the lag spike. I have the band, the praise and worship team that part of my time is dedicated to. I have the server that I have to laugh because Old Biddy Gaming tried to warn me that running a server was almost a full-time job in itself. It requires a lot of effort. It requires a lot of patience. It requires a lot of attention, and it does. But see, I had a server before, a Worm server, and it was open to the public just like this one. And I had, to my knowledge, I had one other person playing on that server. Why? Oh, because I ran and got water. Um, but I mean, it was still fun to just get on and play. I didn't know nearly as much as what I know now from that server, but will you stop? Let's try that again. My math is off right now. Okay. Yeah, let's do it the simple way. um, so I'm, trying my hand at it again. But between the time that I ran the old server and now with this server, um, as far as mods and stuff go, um, there literally, to my knowledge, have not been even one new mod that's been put out. Not one. Every mod that's out for Wurm Unlimited has been out at least since the time that I was running the other server. Um, Probably most of them longer than that, even. Um, so that tells you right there, there has literally been nothing changed with this game. And we like it this way. This says that don't come in and start messing with our stuff. This is exactly how we want the game to be. This is what we're used to. Leave it alone. And the devs have done just that, thankfully. Um, I have dabbled with creating my own mod, and it was a failed venture. Um, I actually have lost all of the files and everything for it now. So if I was to do it again, I'd have to start from scratch. But we won't go into what it was actually for, um, because it wouldn't have worked anyway. Um, but I grew up with computers. I grew up with coding. Um, so scripting and coding, I'm not a stranger to. Um, Working with the uh, the mods and everything for Worm Unlimited, um, it's almost, I don't want to say it's child's play because it's actually pretty difficult if you don't know what you're doing. Um, but some of it can be fairly easy. It doesn't take a whole lot to figure out what you're doing. It's just a matter of figuring out what you want to do and making that happen. And right at this point, I don't have the time to do that. But so yeah, Tuesday nights, going back to what I was saying, I have band practice. Um, Monday through Friday, I'm at work full time, and that is from Seattle time, by the way. That is from 5:30 in the morning until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I come home, or I often days I will shoot off to the grocery store. Um, am I going to need this? Nope. We're going to pack this one. So yeah, I will shoot off to the grocery store, and then I'll come home and I'll help her with supper, or I will jump in a shower real quick. I do work with some pretty messed up chemicals, so a lot of times I just want to get in the shower and get things done. Okay, so we're on the last tile here. Let's actually get on the last tile. Okay, as you can see, this is definitely the last tile. And if you look up this way, just past the Spirit Templar, you can see the grass. That's how wide the deed is. It's going to go all the way that way down into the water, and then it goes up this way, um, right about to here, I think. But that's kind of what we're working with right now. So obviously we need to work a little bit more at getting this leveled up. Um, let's see. I suppose we can just start here and work our way back that way. Um, so yeah, some days I come home and I take a shower, I take a quick nap, and then I jump on and I got a video going. Um, some days I've got to work on the server for a bit before I can do a video, and then help her with supper and all that stuff too. Last night I didn't get done with the video until I think it was 9 o'clock at night. Um, but I wanted to make sure that something got put out for you guys. Um, so today, get a little more accomplished, and then tomorrow there won't be anything. Thursdays is the wife's health and wellness group that she has decided to take over. Um, so I gotta get home, get a shower, and then get a video out real quick. Maybe get a 20-minute or half an hour cat nap in before having to take her to that meeting. Friday nights we tend to leave. Let's see, it's 6:21 right now. Um, so I should look at. We have 6 minutes roughly. So um, we'll grab another stack and we'll get that done. We'll wrap the video up. But yeah, so Friday nights we try to leave here about 6:30, 7 o'clock. So more than likely, while I'm in here playing around on the computer, my wife's been out there cooking supper. So I'm gonna finish this up, and then I will go in and grab. And it tonight is just uh, chicken patties or whatever, chicken burgers, and tater tots. Um, so it's basically finger food. That way I can pack everything up in the van, get her packed up, grab a plate of food, and shoot out the door, and I can eat it on the way to church. We'll drop the dogs off at my aunt's house, and she'll babysit them. while we're setting things up. But then tomorrow morning we're back at the church at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I guess that's kind of the whole where I was taking everything was 37. There we go. Um, so yeah, I was. We go to the church at 7 o'clock in the morning. We get the band all set up, and we make sure the sound booth is ready to go, and do final testings on anything. We swap out wires if we have to, whatever. Because I run the audio video booth. That's a little difficult when you're on stage um, playing the bass, but we make it happen. At the same time, during service, I have duties as a deacon. So if our senior pastor or our under pastor needs something done, or our head deacon needs something taken care of, I'm usually one of the first people to jump in, or my wife. She'll jump in and just, hey, how can I help? What do I need? Or what do you need me to do? And we make it work. Um, but then service is over 2:30, 3 o'clock ish. And we've got to pack it all up again because we share the building with another church. So we can't just leave our stuff out. We need to, you know, make sure that everything is in its place and put away so that the other service can come in because their service is Sunday morning. Um, which, by the way, is the only reason why we're not running Sunday. We are not. Um, to avoid any repercussions from a misquoted statement, let me just clarify. The only reason our church is running its service on Saturday is because another church is using the building on Sunday. That's it. It is not a religious preference. It's not anything of the sort. That is just simply the day that was available. Okay. Um, Otherwise, we probably would still have service on Sundays. The last location that we were at, that was the case. We were having Sunday service, um, as that is the preference of our senior pastor. Has nothing to do with our specific religion or anything like that. Um, just simply that was the day that was available and we accepted. So I hit level again. Sorry. Um, so that being said, we're gonna go up here. Why? Oh, you sorry wagon. Drag the wagon, dump the dirt, head back over this way. Okay, now pull the dirt. Good gravy. Um, so yeah, we services over about 2:30, 3 o'clock. We have to pack everything up after the fact, so we typically don't get out of there until about 6 in the evening. Um, Sometimes a little sooner, but we plan on it being about 6. And then we have to go back to my aunt's house, which is about a 20-minute drive from the church, to get our dogs. And then we drive another 45 minutes to get back home. Maybe not that long, but it seems like it. It might only be another, I think it's all total is 27 miles if we drove straight from our house to our church. It's 27 miles. So I guess that's, roughly a half an hour away, but we're going a different direction to get our dogs. So we have to backtrack a little bit. Okay, we didn't quite get this leveled out. That's all right. And I don't know if that's actually impeding on the peat or not. Boy, I would hope, or I would hate to kill all that peat. You know what? We're going to bring this, actually, let's bring the cart all the way back. We'll get it filled. And we're going to leave the cart there. I'm going to grab one extra dirt pile and bring it back because I want to test whether or not it's actually killing the peat. I really hope it's not. I hope it just raises the level up. I mean, I suppose it would be okay if it did. Um, we don't need the entire deed flat, so we could leave that, uh, you know, unadulterated. But yes, that is why I was saying that it may end up, if I am able to do a video, it would be a late night video tomorrow. Typically, by the time I get home, it's already too late to even try. Because it takes a little bit to get everything set up and get the dogs settled in and all that stuff, get all this stuff unpacked, all my music gear and all that stuff unpacked from the van, and back in the house and put away. And so it's easier to just take care of it Saturday or Sunday morning. But at the same time, now I have a client that I'm working with on Sunday mornings because the roommates are usually asleep when I wake up, and I don't want to disturb them. Okay, so we're going to take one dirt. We're going to drop this. We're going to close that, and we're going to stop dragging, and we're going to race back this way as fast as our non-existent sprint button will carry us. Anyway, so now first thing Sunday morning, I'll be taking care of my client each week, and then I'll come back to the house here, and we will work on the server. I want to try to start this coming Sunday working on my tutorials, following in the footsteps of Gamesters for Life. Gamester for Life? Yeah, something along those lines. Let's okay. Let's just come. You know what? Let's go right here in this corner. That is Pete. P-E-A-T, not P-E-T-E. And we're going to take this dirt and we're going to drop it on the ground. Nope, it does not kill it. It just brings it up. Good to know. So if we did choose to level, which we don't necessarily need to, we can go right here to the edge of the peat. That means that this first tile of peat will be sloped like this is, roughly, which is fine. We'll have this leveled, and then this will slope down, and then we still have all of this that we can use, but it'll make for a nice little transitional ramp coming down to this area. I don't think we can build on it, but that's okay because we'll have all this area back here that'll be more than enough. And we may actually just, I'm kind of thinking if we level this out straight back, then this can all be area for building and so forth. And then the area up front here can still be for farmland. And then, of course, some of this we'll just let it turn back to grass and create pasture land and all that good nonsense. So we can have a few aminals. Oh, there's the farm. Yeah, so we haven't been using it, so it's starting to turn back into grass anyway. And remember, none of this has actually been leveled. This is all sloped down towards the water. So, open this. There's the pottery bowls and the fries. We'll get to these next go round. Hopefully the fries won't be destroyed, but let's double check our food stores. We have some stuff that we can plant back out, and we've got some stuff that we can still use for food while that is growing. So we'll be okay for a minute. But that is going to be it for today. I know you guys started off in darkness, but now it is. Oh, see, even the Templars waving at you. Um, Now it's daylight, which is a lot easier to actually see in the video, but we that's another oak tree that's popping up there. Those are maples back there. Got a bunch of oaks up here. I believe that there's apple trees or something back this way. We've got a variety of wood that we can use. This mine, we can go in and we can still keep going up a considerable amount if we needed to. But oh, there's a seal. So anyway, yeah, that is going to be it for this video. Um, Hopefully you guys liked what you saw. I know I didn't put up my... Here, I'll put it up for just a second. This is something new that I've added. It is not an actual link. It is just an image. So please don't try clicking on any of that. It's not going to do anything. It's just a reminder that I can pop up a couple of times during the video, um, so that I don't have to keep bugging you guys at the end of the video to like and comment and all that good stuff, subscribe, whatever. Obviously, if you do like the video, please give me a thumbs up. It does help with the algorithms for YouTube, but it also tells me or lets me know that you guys are watching the entire video. Um, if you have a comment, if you have a question, I don't care if it's about the Ironman Saga or if it's about um, just general Wurm question, or it's about the server. Um, Leave it in the comments below. I'll try to answer everybody with any comment that gets left. I try to make sure that I reply. Um, if I don't have the answer, I will search it out. And sometimes it ends up resulting in me going completely off the cuff and doing a segment of one of the next videos specifically on the question you asked, just to show an example, or because I want to figure it out, or I want to see how it works, or what have you. Um, and who knows, that may end up being one of the features in the new tutorial series. So leave a comment, leave a question, leave a suggestion, a tip, a trick, whatever you got. I'm okay with any of it. Um, if you are interested in joining a new server with plenty of room, come on over to Seattle Sanctuary. Jump on. Earlier today, when I logged in with my GM character just to check to make sure this area was still clear, and I was pretty sure it was. There was 4 other people logged in. 4. And you may be saying, well, yeah, that's not that many. There's no population there. Well, compared to last week when I was logging in by myself, that's a 400% increase or 500% increase, excuse me, in people because that now makes 5 people as opposed to one. So that's an increase of 400% for a 500% profit. I think I have that right. Either way, that's you know ends up being instead of no, I'm sorry, that is a 400% increase in population. It is a 5 times the number of people um, because I was only one. Well, today I was one of 5. So that's 5 times the population that there was last week. Well, if that holds true and we get 5 times the population next week, that means that there'll be 25 people on. If it keeps going, I mean, you can see where this is going. Um, and it may be that these are the only 5 people that are on here for the next several weeks or several months or whatever. Who cares? Um, I can be literally the only person on this server and I would still be okay with it. But if you want a friendly server that has plenty of open space, plenty of opportunity, and is constantly being worked on, and actively being worked on, feel free to stop by. To create a deed, it's free. So you can go anywhere on the map. This is a custom map. It has um, custom manipulated mods for money making and crops and a bunch of different stuff. There's a live map online so you can see the entire thing. Go to worm-unlimited.com, search for Seattle Sanctuary. The only link listed under website will take you directly to our map. Um, so you can check out what the map looks like. It shows you what deeds there are. It shows you where the roads are, the guard towers, all that good stuff. I'm constantly adding new stuff, or at least I try to. I have no problem talking to people. I mean, I did one video that I was chit chatting with um, one individual pretty much the entire video while I was doing stuff. I didn't think I would before that day happened. I figured I would just tell people, hey, you know what? I'm recording. I'll get, if it's not an emergency, I'll get back to you. But I was just chit chatting with that person the entire time. So maybe that's what you want to do. Get on here and just talk to people and have a good, friendly time. Um, have at it. Um, I'm not going to stop you from coming on and checking the place out and maybe you'll be the next horse breeder or you'll be, the next armor smith or what have you. Um, I'm okay with all of that. So, um, anyway, that's going to be it for me. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one, which, by the way, will be probably Sunday. Just so so that you not know not to look for tomorrow. But Sunday, for sure, there will be other videos. They may not be Ironman. Um, I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to try to start working on the tutorial series. So, but that's going to be just in a couple of days. So, hopefully, you guys tune in then.